Hello and welcome once again to New Zimbabwe Chat. My name is Gilbert Nyambav, and this time we are privileged to be speaking to the Mayor of Harare, Mr. Bernard Manyenyeni. Mayor, thank you for joining us.
Great. Thanks, Gilbert. I'm happy to be part of you.
Thank you. Right, you have been in office since 2013. There is 12 months to go before the end of your term. How would you assess your term as Mayor of Harare?
It's been rough. It's been tough. It was never going to be easy. We started with two very crippling developments. We had over $300 million of receivables written off in a political move.
Yes.
I think that decision has been roundly condemned. It's denied the city over 2 years worth of revenue. That's enough to cripple any institution. Prior to that, in March, the minister had granted wage increases across the board to our employees. Now, those two have been most harmful to the operation of the council. We are now sitting with a situation where the residents expect a repeat in 2018.
Okay.
Luckily, the current minister has said it's not going to happen. We have a situation where our wage bill is 10 million.
Yes.
And we're collecting $12 million.
Okay.
Oh, again, that tells you we're in the business of paying salaries.
Yeah.
We don't have money for service delivery.
Okay.
So just the lifeblood of council being money is just not there. So the performance cannot come when there's no money.
Yes. But and some of the decisions which have been taken by council responsible for this situation, I can understand you're saying there is no money at all. But at the same time, with council spending $2 million on a football team, does the city council need a football team in a city where, I don't know, we have so many premiership football?
Yes, I've been singing about the soccer team for easily 30 months. It's nice to have a football team. It's a nice to have, not a need to have. If we want to have it, let's fund it correctly.
Okay.
The average soccer team in our top league in Zimbabwe is about $250,000 a month. We are blowing $2 million a month.
Wow.
That's why I've been making so much noise about the soccer team. And no one is listening.
Why are you not being heard? And why are you unable to do anything about this problem?
No one is listening. We are very conflicted. The people who should help with oversight are also in collusion.
Okay.
The soccer team attracts the patronage of councillors. It attracts the patronage of senior management officials. So that's a combination that denies us the space to cut our soccer budget.
If the minister is a very interventionist kind of minister. If you're not been able to get his assistance with this particular problem?
Oh, he's now speaking about the matter as well. So maybe we'll see a bit of action.
Right. Yeah, I earlier on asked how you would assess your term as mayor. Half of the things we hear about Harare is the problem of land barons, refuse not collected, people going for years without water, vendors flooding the city center.
Yeah.
Is that going to be your legacy as mayor of Harare?
I happen to be mayor of Harare at this point in time, where certain circumstances are imposed upon us.
Okay.
We're in a failed country, a failed economy. Companies are not operating.
Yeah.
There are no jobs. People are vending for a living.
Yeah.
So from an ethical and moral side, we have an obligation to deal with them as humanely as possible. Where it has been possible, we've tried to relocate them to decongest the city. But we have not been able to remove them from the city. They will come back. They're looking for a livelihood.
Yeah. So as long as the country's economy is in this situation, there's nothing that can be done about that problem.
Yeah, that is a symptom. What you're saying.
Of a problem.
Yeah. We have to fix the bigger picture.
Yeah. And with the issue of land barons and these housing estates, what exactly is going on there?
First and foremost, the desperation for property ownership drives people into these transactions.
Yeah.
Where somebody becomes a planning authority, picks up a piece of land, parcels it out, with no infrastructure, no authority. We find ourselves in a situation where if we don't act quickly enough, these things go up very quickly. We find ourselves in a situation where our involvement requires that, as much as possible, let's regularize the stay.
Okay.
Where we can, we formalize what's illegal.
Yeah.
Where we can't, That's when we persuade the property owner to demolish. Where that fails, we have an obligation to demolish ourselves.
Okay. But how is it possible that I can just go into Harare and say, this piece of land is mine, I am now subdividing it, dividing it and selling it out to people as housing estates? How does that happen?
I don't know whether you really are aware that the political hand is very much at play.
Okay.
Okay. Almost every land baron has got a political link, a political patronage, a political message.
Okay.
And that makes development control very difficult.
Right, but then you see when you regularize an illegality, are you not encouraging these land barons to continue doing that because they know that for political reasons the council can destroy these houses?
Yeah, we are caught between a rock and a hard place. When we're in that situation, we look at what's best.
Okay.
Quite rightly, we may be giving further encouragement to people who want to undertake those sort of schemes, but we are going to enforce and increase our development control. Step in before it gets too big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you regret taking this job?
Somebody had to do it. It's the most difficult job in the country. I've had my stint, and I'm happy I did.
Yeah. We said earlier on that you're left with 12 months. Are you going to seek another term?
No, I'm not seeking an elected position in 2018. This is a matter that I made known to my political masters in January 2013 when I came in, when I sought election. This is a matter that I've shared with my political masters as late as last year and this year. So I'm not seeking an elected position in council.
Not even outside of council?
Well, I'll be a free man to explore and return to the corporate world. Or I could be assigned something by the party. Yeah, I'll be very open now, but I'm not seeking an elected office.
But what advice would you give to whoever comes in? How can these problems that Harare is facing today be solved?
I would urge whoever comes in after me to deal with the facts as brutally, honestly as you possibly can. One of the biggest problems has been we've been ducking and diving and avoiding issues. Let's talk to the truth. Let's face the reality. Let's be blunt. I think we owe it to every man or woman in Harare to build a better city from a better council.
Right.
Council must perform for a better city. There are things that must be fixed.
Yeah. Can Harare ever regain its sunshine city status?
Okay, I'll tell you, Harare can be fixed in six months.
But you've not been able to do it since 2013.
Yeah, if we've got the convergence of power and willpower,
okay,
Harare can be fixed in 6 months.
Okay.
Half of our problems are man-made.
Okay.
The people who have the power to cause problems have got the power to fix them.
Fix them. Okay. You've also previously said that it might be worth reconsidering bringing back the executive mayors for maybe the major cities in the country. What difference would that make?
Okay. The city needs someone who's got the authority to execute, someone who carries the residents' wishes and expectations without the delays and the bureaucracy associated with a non-executive mayor. We need a benevolent dictator who will come, search the truth, pursue it, do what needs to be done without apology. So an executive mayor is the person who can take the city forward.
If you put these views to the political leadership in the ministry, what is the attitude?
No, the ministry is very much against an executive mayor.
What is the reason?
I want to assume it's political.
Right. Okay. Looking outside of Harare and your present office, you're also a member of the MDC. We've got general elections next year. What is your view? Do you think the party will win?
Well, I'm speaking as mayor of the city, not mayor of the party, for a start. And my station of deployment is precisely a townhouse.
Okay.
I would rather not comment particularly about the political processes that my party is driving. I'm pretty confident that we represent the wishes and the expectations of a new Zimbabwe. And that space should be occupied by MDCT.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much for talking to us.
All right.